Okay, this one is to try to explain the brass tube system in WE M4. Okay, we receive a lot of questions about how do you make it more stable, how do you guys play, how do you fix your WE M4 brass tube system. Okay, basically you have to understand the system first before you start modifying, because for different guns it has different situation, but the theory is the same. Okay, so to understand this is when you pull the trigger, it hits the fire pin. Okay, and then in terms, the gas would insert from this point through the loading nozzle and into the chamber. Okay, as you can see. And then what happened is, then as you can see, it will start blowback. And then it will cut the gas. What happened is it will cut the gas. Notice the fire pin would release until a certain point. Okay, at that point the gas is cut and the bolt would return to 0 position. Okay, notice this part where the loading nozzle, it starts blowback, but the loading nozzle doesn't leave until the very end when it leaves the chamber. Okay, the blowback, and then moves back. Okay, so basically to get a consistent shot, this rod needs to be lubricated. Okay, that's one of the key things. Okay, it has to move very smoothly without any resistance. Okay, second thing is, notice this, the original comes in a full shape. We cut it in half to make it easier to center into the middle. Okay, the black rod shouldn't move at all. This part shouldn't move at all, because the blowback rubber here, we're using RA Tech right now, but it's the same as using the original one, should be moving. Okay, should be moving at all time. Okay, that gives it low resistance inside the tube. Okay, when I say center, you have to somehow center this rod into center of the bolt carrier. You also have to do the same to the brass tube. Okay, what happens is, if it's not centered and the rubber is rubbing against in an angle, and you use a lot of gas, and also you end up damaging the blowback rubber. So you have to somehow center the brass tube into the M4 body in order for it to move back and forth smoothly without any resistance at all. It's not rubbing, the bolt is not rubbing against the brass tube, and the blowback rubber is not rubbing against the brass tube as well inside. Okay, also you have to keep in mind, there's a piece of rubber inside the loading, before the hop up. There's a piece of rubber that holds the BB. Okay, that needs to be in good condition in order for the loading nozzle to catch. if this rod and the loading nozzle doesn't catch, what happens is it will blow back with the loading nozzle pulled out, and what happens is it will jam between it will get caught at the edge of the brass tube, and your boat will not be able to return to zero position. So make sure you lube every single time with silicone onto this area to make sure it's moving smoothly. Okay. So in actual fact, as you can see here, I don't know if you can see this. Okay, see, notice the boat is moving back, and then you see the hammer, the fire pin is released, and then will return back. So the loading nozzle doesn't move back, only the bolt moves back to a certain point where it takes out the loading nozzle and returns back inside. Okay, that's how you get the best consistent shot with a boat system, closed boat system, WE M4. Okay, you can see here. Takes little resistance. Okay. So if you have any more questions, feel free to videotape and then ask us in our forum. Thanks. Bye.